So now I'm going to take my two equations that I got after our multiplier that are no longer have fractions, and now we can solve them just like we were doing the last couple weeks. Now, in order for substitution to work, you do need at least one equation needs an isolated variable. In this case, x and y, remember guys, isolated means totally alone on one side of the equal mark. X is on the same side as y is on the same side as x for both of these equations. So in order for substitution to work, we would need to do some rearranging with at least one of those equations. Elimination, you're ready if the like terms are stacked on the same side of the equal mark. So I see that both of the x's are on top of each other on the left side, the y's are on top of each other on the left side, the regular numbers are on each other on the right side. So this one is all ready to go for elimination. These are two nice little reminders if you want to jot these down in your notes for when you can use substitution and when you can use elimination. So in order for this to work, guys, you have to choose, do you want the x's or the y's to get eliminated? It doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to choose the x's. Now, we know that we're ready for elimination if after I multiply one of these equations, those x's would combine to 0. Right now, -3, that's a positive one, so -3 plus 1 gives us -2, so it's not ready yet. So I want to ask myself, what number times 1 will get us to a nice 3x? And in this case, it's a little bit easy because it's a nice 1. 3 times 1 is 3x. And now we know -3x plus 3x would go to 0, so we know that that's a good number to choose. 3 times -1y is -3y. 3 times -8 is -24. I like to cross out the equation I multiplied so I don't get confused. And now we should be ready. -3 plus 3 is 0. That was the whole point. It got eliminated. -2y minus 3y is going to give us -5y. 9 minus 24 will give us -15. And then when we divide both sides by that -5, you will end up getting y equals +3, which we should have already seen once we graphed. And you guys should still be getting your graph either before or after you're solving. And now we will plug this right up here. But since we solved for y, make sure you guys are plugging in for y up there. Doesn't matter which of these three equations you use. I'll make the y a nice parentheses. So since I solved for y, when I went up to this original equation, my y became parentheses, so I had a nice spot for my y answer. -2 times -3 is -6. Then I'll add that 6 to both sides to get -3x equals 15. And then we will divide both sides by that -3 to get x equals 5. Then your answer, guys, is always your x, comma, your y, which should completely agree with your Desmos, which, like I said, you needed to have graphed before or after for your workbooks so you have a nice answer key.